Hey, it's Antron Brown, driver of the Macro Tools Top Fuel Dragster, and yes, I'm a 3-time world champ. But you know what? When I win, I go straight to WFO Radio, baby. I want to see you listening in.
This is WFO Radio.
The Stampede of Speed at the Texas Motorplex upcoming. It is going to be great, and I am going to be there. Hopefully, all of you will want to be there as well. Hey, everybody, WFO Radio, Joe Castello with you, and we've got a very special show here today. We're going to delve into the happenings of the Stampede of Speed at the Texas Motorplex, talking about October 7th through 16th, Funny Car Chaos, concerts, the NHRA Fall Nationals, Scott Palmer's Nitro Sideshow, and we're going to talk about all of it and give you guys the opportunity to score some free tickets for the 10th through 14th of the Stampede of Speed at the Texas Motorplex. So share this show, sign on, be ready when we show you all the great stuff. But our guest has got so much more information than even I do. And she has grown up at the Texas Motorplex, and she joins us now, Christy Meyer Johnson, who also, growing up with Billy Meyer as your dad. That must have been something special.
It was something special. Thank you so much, Joe, for having us. We're so excited to have you be a part of the Stampede of Speed. For those of you that don't know, Joe is the voice of the Stampede of Speed and will be joining us the whole time to help promote the event and to engage the fan. But yes, Billy Meyer as my father, it's never a dull moment, but I would never trade a minute of it. So.
No, I love one of the big aspects of going to the Texas Motorplex is engaging with Billy and getting a little nugget of wisdom every year, some story, some nugget of wisdom that he has accrued over many years and countless experiences and promotion and building and business, etc. But let's get into this. Okay, we're a couple weeks out. We just had race 1 of the NHRA playoff countdown. Race 2, Charlotte this weekend. Scott Palmer going to join us because he's going to be a big part of this in a few minutes. So you've got a couple of weeks. You're a couple of weeks out. And I saw just yesterday that the folks in Waxahachie, Texas, have declared the week leading up to it Motorsports Week in Waxahachie.
Yes, we got a proclamation from the city of Waxahachie. So that week, the 7th to the 16th, will be Motorsports Week in the city of Waxahachie. And we couldn't be more thankful for their partnership. They are joining us to help us put together the cattle drive. It's our kickoff for the event on Friday, October 7th. We have a cattle drive in downtown Waxahachie at high noon. We also are doing a fan fest with the city of Waxahachie the Thursday night before the Fall Nationals. And so we're just super excited about our partnership with the city, and we can't wait, to introduce more fans to our community.
Well, exactly. And last year was the first year of anything. It's amazing that it even happens. This year, you were able to build upon that experience. Now everybody understands what it is. This thing's 10 days long. And the cattle drive, there's a lantern festival. Sammy Eubanks is out there, speaking of voices, just saying woo. Sammy, super excited out there. And we're going to tell people how to get 4 free tickets on this show. So hopefully this show will bounce around the internet for the next few days and everyone will sign on. We'll put a QR code up in a few minutes and send out a link. But there's something different each day, starting out with the cattle drive and then moving into Funny Car Chaos. So let's start there. What a great program. Funny Car Chaos the week prior. We're talking about December 7th, December 8th. Tell us what we're going to see as Marvin Rodak is out there. Thank you for all you do. See you on the 7th. Bobby Graham is coming in. He's registered for tickets. He's got his hotel booked already. Everyone is excited. So let's start from the beginning. Cattle drive, then Funny Car Chaos.
That's right. So we start off with the cattle drive, like I said, and that's just a free event. Come down to downtown Waxahachie and watch the cattle. They're actually retired cattle from the Fort Worth stockyards. They're going to come and parade through downtown Waxahachie. We're going to be joined by the Lone Star Girls. There are kind of mascots for the Stampede of Speed and Texas Motorplex. And then we're going to go right into, like you said, Funny Car Chaos Friday and Saturday. Friday night, we have Friday Night Under the Lights. Expect, you never know what to expect. I mean, the nostalgia funny cars are incredible. The thing I'm so excited about is that we're starting off the week, with like a throwback with nostalgia funny cars, and we're going to move through the week and get all the way up to the NHRA and see the professional drivers. And I just can't wait to kind of showcase that history of drag racing throughout the week. Saturday, we have Funny Car Chaos finals along with the Fuel Altereds. And then after they do their winner's circle, we're going to roll right into an after party in the pits, a concert with Nico Moon, Colby Cooper, and Joshua Ray Walker. So we're really excited to do that and to just have a big party to celebrate the first weekend of the Stampede of Speed with our friends with Funny Car Chaos. Chris Graves has been such a huge partner with this, and he's been so helpful. And we're just so excited to continue to partner with him as he's done some really incredible things with the Funny Car Chaos series.
Really and truly, I have yet to see a Funny Car Chaos, and so this is the perfect example for me. Right? It just it hasn't worked out, and this one has worked out, and I've heard such great things about it. In that, for years there was an IHRA and there was an NHRA, there was AHRA. There were other series where guys could run funny cars, and maybe just do that there forever and have fun, or maybe fall in love with it and want to test their mettle at the highest level in the NHRA Camping World Series, which we've seen a couple of cars that are capable of going back and forth.
Absolutely.
And Del Worsham out there a couple of years ago, just the biggest feels ever. This is going to be tremendous, and I'm so excited. I get in on Saturday morning, and I'm coming straight to the track to enjoy Funny Car Chaos. And just so everybody knows, I put the link for the tickets. We do have a QR code. The QR code, here's the QR code. It takes you to the same link that I just posted. So if you'd like to scan this QR code, you may do so right now. You get 4 tickets through the 10th through 14th, guys, not for Funny Car Chaos, not for the full Fall Nationals final eliminations, but those races during the week. There's going to be some cool stuff going on during the week. We'll get to it in a second, but they can fill out the form regardless. And our goal, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
People from out of state come to Texas. Why is that important?
Well, one of our main things that we're trying to accomplish with the Stampede is trying to bring people, like you just said, from out of state and to introduce them to drag racing in the state of Texas. Number one, we want to introduce a brand new fan to the sport. I mean, that's our entire goal with the Stampede of Speed. And number two, we've been super fortunate to be included into the Major Event Trust Fund, which is a grant program from the state of Texas. And the more out-of-state tourism we can bring in to help the state, the more we can get in reimbursement. And so that just gives us the opportunity to do these large events that can continue to grow and promote the sport of drag racing. And so that's why we're doing all of these things to lead up to the Fall Nationals, is to introduce a new fan and to bring fans from out of state into Texas to give them an experience that they can't get anywhere else. So we're really fortunate and we're very excited to be able to do this. And so, we've done things like concerts or Scott Palmer's Nitro Sideshow, things that they can't see anywhere else, that we've been able to incorporate into this event.
Yeah, amazing. And look at all these people. Terry Sutton out there, who is helping out with Larry Morgan in Pro Stock last year, was great. Can't wait for this year. Let's see. Derek, hey, Christy, hopefully I'll see you around about the Stampede of Speed. Going to be there all week long.
Good. That's awesome.
You and Billy. Monica is out there. Funny Car Chaos always seems to have fantastic cars. Certainly. Pete, who is one of our stock eliminator racers, just saying good morning, as we've got a great event going on. All right. So the Funny Car Chaos portion is going to give way to Stars Over Texas. This is where, and I love this system, right? Like, you get a bunch of concert goers there to enjoy high level talent. This Brett Young has got 7 #1 hits in his first 7 songs out there. I've been doing some research on the guy. Yeah. And what we're going to do, from what I understand, is we're going to have the concert going. And you can have your concert goers doing concert goer things. But at the same time, every once in a while, we're going to go over to the drag strip and say, check this out. Look at these amazing cars that we've got going. You can hear them. You can feel them. We'd love for you to come out to the Fall Nationals and do a little back and forth cross promotion to all these concert goers. We know they like loud things already.
Right. That's right. I know. That's our whole plan here, is to utilize this crowd. Last year, we had such a huge turnout for the Country Music Festival. So we were trying to figure out how we can better introduce them to the sport. Obviously, they came to the facility, they saw, but now we are going to give them the opportunity to see the cars go down the track. So we have a couple cars going down. We have some jet cars. I mean, I promise, if they can't, don't want to walk over to see it, they're going to feel it and they're going to hear it. So.
Well, jet cars, right? Most people, you grew up around drag racing. You have the affliction. You're a co-owner
I do.
and president of the Texas Motorplex. So it's normal, right? A car with a
Right.
jet engine burning fire 50 feet out the back. But to the average person, they've never seen anything like that in their lives. Like, what the heck is that? And that is our challenge. And I love how you are using this like co-branded platform. We got a lantern festival, we got a cattle drive, we got a fan fest, and oh, by the way, drag racing. You've never seen it, but you'll love it.
Yes. And so, I mean, that we're just so excited to introduce people to this. And I mean, I can never forget just being a kid and sitting in the suites and putting my hands on the glass just to feel the pops. And, so I'm so excited to just see other people's excitement. I love watching people experience drag racing for the first time. That day, we're also having a bull riding and a barbecue contest. We have a kids zone with mechanical bull and rock climbing walls. We have a beer expo where they can try local breweries. It's just going to be a fun, family-friendly day. We're just trying to really give a great experience for the fans where they can come out and with their loved ones and their friends and just have a good time and celebrate Texas.
Christy, would you say it's part of my job as the voice of the Stampede of Speed to try the beer festival?
Absolutely.
Right?
Why not? Yeah.
I think so.
Surprisingly, we actually have our own Texas Motorplex brew now, and we're going to be debuting it at the Stampede of Speed. So a local brewery, Southern Roots Brewery, is brewing our own special Texas Motorplex brew. So we will let you be one of the very first to judge it, Joe.
Awesome. Well, I won't be judging. I'm sure it's great. Otherwise, you wouldn't have adopted it, right? They probably brought it to you and said, hey, try this. You want to do it? And you said, yes. So there to Sammy Eubanks. What a concept. Steve says he's already scanned it yesterday and qualified for 4 tickets. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's the point. All you got to do is go to that link, fill out the form, and they're going to send you the tickets. Hopefully you come in from out of state, bring your friends, and enjoy this event. Derek says, I work with Joshua Walker's dad. Cool connection.
Oh,
Very
awesome.
Cool. And that's it. I think people who are drag racing fans are feeling pride about this, connection to this, and they want it to be successful. Are you getting that same feedback?
We are. We have been so excited with just the momentum with ticket sales and with, interaction on social media. It's been very exciting. Obviously, it's a lot of work. I mean, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of prayers go into this as we prepare. Obviously, I think the countdown, I think we're 17 days away. I'm not quite sure. I've tried not to keep counting, but obviously, we couldn't do it without our fan. That is this whole thing. We basically, dedicate our lives to make sure people have the best experience possible, a safe environment, a family-friendly environment where they can come and celebrate one of the best sports in the country.
Yeah, this person's like, beer and bull riding sounds fun to me.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a barbecue contest, which is awesome. Yes. Bull riding exhibitions, and it's obviously designed by drag racers for all kinds of people, but with so many options. If you have a short attention span for any one thing,
yes,
bull riding, I don't know if I'm into it or not, but there's something that's coming next for everybody. And so that is tremendous. So that's Sunday, the Stars Over Texas Music Festival, bull riding, beer expo, barbecue contest, and the concerts. These folks are these are premier bands. Like that is a big part of it. These are premier bands, whether it be Wade Bowen, Shane Smith, the Saints, Elvi Shane, Kylie Fry, who I looked her up, right? Wow. Yeah. What a cute gal who is doing big things. We got a lantern release. That is going to be a big part of it as we kind of move from the first weekend into the week.
Yes, we are so thrilled. And then, we'll ramp up and do some exciting things throughout the week. Very similar to last year, but our goal has been to add something new to every day. So that way, it gives the fans something to look forward to each year. Okay.
The Scott Palmer Nitro Sideshow. Scott is scheduled to join us. He is traveling from home to Charlotte as we speak. He is on the road and between time zones. So I think I might have confused him as to which time zone we're going to be in. Hopefully he is trying to connect as we speak. If not, we'll get him after you move along. But Palmer's Nitro Sideshow is a show unto itself. And this is something that I've been wanting to see. We always see him run his Top Fuel Dragsters, and that's what he's going to run this weekend. But the Pro Mods, the Nitro Pro Mods, that's something spectacular.
Well, we're going to see a little bit of everything. He's bringing his Studebaker, which is the most exciting piece of the puzzle, I think. We're just going to see some Nitro cars go down the track. I think we have a couple funny cars and a couple of dragsters. We're going to see his pro mods. We're going to see just, some super exciting. I think we have some big rim and little tire, it's just a night of just celebration of drag racing. The fans get the opportunity to be up close and personal. They get to stand along the track and kind of have a special access. We're also going to have a food drive that night, which we're really excited about. This is something new we're doing this year, where we're working with the city of Ennis and Waxahachie. Those are the two cities that our track is in between. And if any fan that comes to the event and they bring a non-perishable food item or canned food, they get $10 off their ticket. So the ticket price would only be $10 for Monday night to come see some of the most epic cars on the planet. So we're real excited. And then those donations are going to go to the food banks locally, so we can support our local community.
Tremendous. Now, for the folks out there that are scanning the QR code, I'm going to put it up. You're going to get 4 free tickets from the 10th to the 14th. And so that starts off with the Scott Palmer Nitro Sideshow. If you scan the tickets or go to the link, please bring a non-perishable food item anyway, because you got free tickets. And so why not? All right, Christy, guess who's out there? Guess who's just signed on?
Here? I hope
Here
so.
he is. Scott Palmer.
Hey!
Where are
hi,
you?
everybody? Hi, Christy. Hi, Joe. You hear Macy barking in the background.
Put her on your lap. People love dogs. The numbers go up when there's a dog on the screen.
Come on, girl.
There we go.
Here you go, tell her. Come on, girl. Tell her. We're actually in the big rig headed to Charlotte right now.
That's awesome. All right. Tell everybody what we're doing right now, Scott, is we're pitching the Stampede of Speed to people out there. We're giving them the opportunity to scan a QR code, get tickets for free for the 10th or the 14th. You're going to be right in the middle of it, as am I. Tell everybody why they should come out and join us at the Texas Motorplex.
Well, first off, it's the only place that luckily NHRA has made an exception, and we got a little rule, the Scott Palmer rule in the rule book, that is allowing us to run our Top Fuel Pro mods, which I'm not talking about like 10% nitro pouring in the tank. I mean, it's 100% just like we run our Top Fuel dragster in our Studebaker and our Chevelle. And J.R. Sandlin's got this Chevelle that we ran there last year, and he actually went right down the track, header flames over the roof the whole way, while I smoked the tires and watched him go. So we got a big rematch coming up there, because I need to win that. We got Jay Turner's Top Fuel Harleys coming. He's bringing a blown Top Fuel Harley, which is, if you've never seen this bike run, it is absolutely insane that anyone puts their body on top of one of those. And especially worse if it's got a supercharger on it. So it's going to be crazy.
It is going to be crazy. It's going to be amazing. I'm so happy I get to see Studezilla, Christy. Like, to me, that's worth the price of admission. It's there's 2 in the world of these. Palmer, there's 2 in the world.
Yeah, and you know that Studebaker, it's went 400 or 500 feet a few times without smoking the tires. We're going to try to get it to the 8th mile for sure. But I'll tell you something, it's kind of like a train wreck. You come to see that thing, because it's either going to go real good or real bad, and either way it's going to be good. So hopefully I'm the one behind the wheel, and we've blown the blower off that thing, and I've literally seen the back of the rotor spinning from the windshield. It's wild. It's the wildest thing I've ever set in, and also my favorite car in the whole world.
Amazing. Well, at the SEMA show and PRI, everybody loves it. They gather around, gets a lot of TV time. You mentioned the exception that NHRA has given you to run at the Stampede of Speed. That is tremendous. And now we're going to see it in person at the Stampede of Speed. That's awesome. And all kinds of other stuff going on. The Stampede of Speed, the Texas Stampede of Speed shootout. That's Tuesday, the 11th. What's going to be going on there? We're going to have actual racing, pro mods, top dragster, door slammers, dragsters, a competitive night midweek Tuesday at the Motorplex. Like, to me, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm. We're real excited about that night. That's a fun night. We like to bring out local businesses, and we have a horsepower happy hour with our business partners in the city and the county, Ellis County. So we get to introduce them to drag racing, and they get to come and sit in the suites and see it from a whole nother perspective. And then obviously it's just a great night for watching fun competition. And, it's one of my favorite nights, just to be able to relax and enjoy some just good racing.
Yeah.
We're also bringing 2 Pro Mods to run in that race.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 63 Corvette that I'm probably the only clutch car left in the country. Well, there's probably 2 or 3 of us left, but I'm going to have it there. John Stouffer's 71 CUDA, which is beautiful. It'll be there. It'll actually be running on Monday night also, but we have nostalgia funny cars going to be there Monday night. We have front end, we have fuel altereds, we have so many crazy things, and the lineup continues to grow. So between the Monday night and Tuesday night, we're going to have 2 days full of wildness, and it's happy hour in our pits every time we get done racing. So everybody's welcome in our pits.
Yeah, that's true, Christy. I'm sure you've experienced that.
Yes, and I think, Scott, are you still going to bring out your margarita machine and make snow cones for the kids with no margarita mix, no alcohol?
We sure are. We have an adult hour, and we have happy hour for the kids, which is we make snow cones out of our 10,000 horsepower Nitro powered blender, and we basically, Dale Worsham gets full credit for building the first one, but we built one copy in him, and it's pretty cool because the kids always see it, but they never get anything out of it at night, so they stand around and watch it. So we decided to start doing it during the daytime and make snow cones for the kids.
What an ingenious idea right there, Scott. Maybe we can do, instead of snow cones, we can have a big snowball fight out there.
Hey.
One thing, that's probably the first time somebody's included genius in any of my ideas. So
Well, include the kids, right? It's a margarita mixer. You don't think about children like, oh man, what is that amazing thing? It's not for you, kid, because you got to be a grown up. No, you decided to do something that includes them. That's the genius part. The getting in a Studebaker that's nitro powered with a top fuel engine, the less genius part.
Very less genius. We'll also have our Liquid Voodoo top fuel hydro. It'll be on display the whole weekend there, and it is beautiful. Todd Haas, David Carroll took that deal kind of over. We're still involved in the top fuel boat deal, but we're going to have it on display during the entire Stampede of Speed and the national event. So there's a lot of things going on. Monday night we're working on a big street rod show, and maybe have some bikes come out and have like a bike show and do a few things extra. And Monday night football, we're going to try to play football on the big screen. I think we got that handled. I think me and Christy been talking about that.
We're working on that, yes.
And because it's Texas, you need to have football.
Yeah.
We'll run a session of cars, watch football, service the cars, go watch another session of cars, and then we'll come back and watch the end of the game and give away some Cowboys. Or, I love the Cowboys even though they are not doing too good. I grew up in Oklahoma, so we're pretty much Cowboy fans there. So
right.
I still stick with them.
You should.
And we also will have we're going to have a special family dinner pack. So it's a $5 for hot dogs, chips, and a drink that night. So we want people to bring their kids out. It's a holiday for a lot of the kids off of school. So we're just really encouraging families to come out and enjoy the evening as a family, cheap food, have a good time, enjoy some cars they've never seen and may never see again. So
right. Well, exactly. And then Wednesday, the 12th. And folks, remember, you can go to the link. You can sign up for tickets. If you fill out the form, you're not winning tickets here. You're just getting tickets right now. So go scan the tickets and figure out how to get there after the fact. But Wednesday, the Camping World Series Pro Invitational and the Champions Dinner got a couple of things going on. The Pro Invitational, we've got pro stock motorcycles, top alcohol dragster, top alcohol funny car, some people kind of getting ready for the Fall Nationals on the weekend.
Yes, it's just a great day to watch them test and prepare. It's good ticket, like inexpensive tickets to come out and just see them as they just are preparing and working their way down the track to prepare for the weekend. And then that night with the Champions Dinner, that's a new thing that we're doing this year. It's our inaugural Champions Dinner. It's a very exciting event for us. We are bringing in last year's champions for the pro categories. So we have Greg Anderson, Justin Ashley, Matt Smith, and Ron Capps are coming in, and they are the guests of honor. And so every person that purchases a ticket to this upscale event gets a picture with all 4 winners, which I don't know if that's ever happened for fans, where they get a picture with all the winners together. And then they get to experience the plated dinner. All the food has been chosen by each of the winners. So they got to pick what they wanted for the entrees and the desserts. And And then we'll have a little bit, Joe, actually, you're the one, I think, that is going to be the one that is going to do the program. So Joe will be there, and we will be interviewing the drivers and doing some Q&A with them. And then we will also have our legends. We announced our legends yesterday this year. Will be Greg Anderson and Dave Dinsmore. So we will have them there to honor them. And then we have a little surprise for each of the guests of the dinner. We have a surprise after party on the lawn that we're really excited about. You know, this is a new venture for us, but we really encourage fans to purchase tickets and come, because it'll be a very intimate experience that they would never get elsewhere.
And that's important, right? Like, we're getting you there and in the main gate for free for all of that stuff. But for the champions dinner, that is a separate purchase. Yes. And yes, questions and answers and hanging out with those guys, Caps and Justin Ashley and Matt and GA, who just won his 100th. And he's going to be a legend of the Texas Motorplex. I don't know that anybody, not that everybody doesn't know Dave Densmore. The people inside the business know Dave Densmore. Yes. And for me, that was such a great call to make Denzi a legend of the Texas Motorplex, just like you guys did Richard Chute last year. And that just shows me that you guys really appreciate the folks that do the jobs behind the scenes, that get things done, that are dealing with all the chaos that nobody realizes about. And to make Dave Densmore, who did PR for so many years, PR for RJ and Force and all that, Denzi is now going to have to suffer some spotlight.
Yes, I know. I think he's a little squirmish about that, but we are so grateful. Densmore has been such a huge part of my family. He was my dad's PR manager, and I've known him my entire life, and he's just a special person to us. And he's always, we spend each Fall Nationals with him, and it's just a dear time. So we're very excited that he is our legend and that he accepted that honor. And we're also excited about Greg Anderson. He has won more times at the Texas Motorplex than any other pro stock driver. So we've had a great relationship with Greg over the years. And it was exciting last year for him to get his 99th win at the Motorplex. We gave him a Stampede of Speed inaugural belt buckle for that 99th win, along with his cowboy hat. So, you know, we're super excited about these friendships and relationships that we've been able to establish over these years. And we're excited for the fans to come in and experience this. This is something they've never had the opportunity to. And another thing that we've done is we've invited every single winner over the history of the Texas Motorplex in the pro categories to this event. So they will not only see those 4 winners from last year, but they will see some other winners that have won since 1986.
That's amazing, right? And then another thing, and another thing, and another thing, and another thing. And as we go on, all right, there's going to be the big fan fest in downtown Waxahachie. Sportsman qualifying begins on Thursday for the Fall Nationals. It's a hardcore Thursday, NHRA style. But then the fan fest, last year, it was the first year, and it was very well attended. That area in Waxahachie you guys picked is beautiful. It's kind of like a rail yard. There's a brewery nearby, live bands, music. Of course, I'll be there, all this stuff, guys. But the first year is a framework. The second year is where you really get things going.
We're real excited, and Scott is actually he's bringing his cars out, and so we're excited to display some of those, and then to have, like we said, a live band. We have Dunn and Brooks, a great cover band with some great country music. We are expecting at least 50 drivers. Last year we hit that 50 mark, and this year we're expecting that and maybe more. So food trucks, bounce houses for the kids. Oliver the Watusi, our mascot, the bull that is walking around the track for the weekend, he will be there. So it's just a time to celebrate Texas and drag racing and relationships. It's great to see repeat people all these years. You know, I love running into fans that I remember from years past and having great conversation, and just a great time. Bring the kids. But like you said, it's at Rail Yard Park in downtown Waxahachie, and it's just it's a free event for all people to join, and we're super excited about it.
Yeah, everybody's got to go to everything, right? Like, that's the thing. Everybody's got to go to everything. You mentioned fans. Here's Marvin Rodak sent me this one.
Oh, I love it. I've never seen the picture. I love him so much.
Don't you? He's such a great man.
Love it.
The guy is such a nice person. Scott, you muted yourself. You're muted, Scott. Scott's muted, Christy. I don't know what happened.
I can't. No. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. Come on, Scott. He's saying great things. I'll do his voice.
I know. I was going to say, can you voice over for him? I love this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let me tell you. Now you're better. You're back, baby. Go ahead.
I'm back. Okay, I was trying to say if there's something wrong with you if you don't like Marvin Rodak.
I know.
There's something wrong with you.
I do have to add a couple things in here. I've lured Jeff Deal off the West Coast in for Monday night. Me and him are going to race each other, Top Fuel Dragster against the Nitro Funny Car.
Yes.
And this is big for me because we're pretty good buddies, but he gives me a lot of, if I lose, it's going to be a bad deal for me. I'm going to have to eat my words, and it's going to be ugly. But if he does beat me, then I'm going to make him swap cars, and I'm driving the funny car, and he can drive the dragster. So we'll see how that goes, but that'll be a pretty fun deal. And then I like to keep this real quiet, so I'm going to announce it real quietly. But Jay Turner on his blown Top Fuel Harley wants to race Stutzilla, so we'll see how that goes. He thinks I'm scared.
Some different visual stuff going on, right? Like seeing a dragster and a funny car on the track at the same time. Everyone's been kind of clamoring for that. We love that look. It's just different. And we're going to see it at the Stampede of Speed. And what's amazing is we put up the link for tickets. The Thursday's Hardcore Thursday. Then Friday is qualifying for the Fall Nationals, the race 4 of the NHRA playoffs. And I asked this question several times, Christy. I was like, are you sure that the free tickets include Friday of the Fall Nationals? Yes, and yes, is what everybody told me. That's a big deal because now you're going to get some of those people that we've been trying to get them in.
Yes. I know we wanted to give an incentive to get people there, to just thank the fans for their support over the years. And so we decided to add Friday to that ticket giveaway. Because, Friday night is just a special night. It's qualifying under the lights. We have 2 rounds of qualifying. There's just something special about seeing cars run at night. I mean, it's an experience you'll never, you can't, TV doesn't do it justice. Being there in person is what really is the experience we want fans to have. And so we have some special guests that night. We have Grace Good. She's a Cirque du Soleil entertainer, and she will be there with Fire. I would like to hear you say Fire, Joe. It's my favorite.
Fire.
Yeah,
it's my favorite. You like that? Really?
I love it. No, it's become a motto on our team. When we say fire, we say it like Joe Castello.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
We love it so much, and we're expecting it multiple times throughout the week. So anytime one of us says fire, we say it like you because we love it so much. So Grace Good will be there with some twirling fire and doing some fun things. We will have the return of our clown, Ronald the Clown.
Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. You just said every time we say it like you do. And then you just said fire. And you said, that's right. That's what I want to hear.
I actually saw that you have a t-shirt now, and I really want one of those t-shirts.
Oh, I think we can make that happen for you, Chris.
Okay. I mean, I was thrilled when I heard Elin told me about the t-shirt. So I actually, when we were in Vandermeer, I recorded you doing your fire. I was in the stands watching Sporty go down the track in the jet car, and I recorded it because I wanted to have it on video to hear you say fire. So anyways, I like it a lot. Who
knows what's going to take off, right?
I know. So see right there, fire. I love it. So anyways, but Grace Good will be there. We'll have Ronald the rodeo clown back. We have Laney Newman, our DJ. He will be there doing our special music for the night. So we have a lot of fun things planned for that Friday night, just to give the fans, a little bit different experience at the Fall Nationals.
Are we doing anything? Someone's asking nuts and bolts here. Are we doing anything? Last year, low qualifier had to sit on a saddle on the top end, and they got a little extra money. What are we doing for qualifiers on Friday night in the big show? Is there going to be anything extra on the line? Because Palmer could carve a little more money back, maybe.
There is. We are providing that extra purse for the drivers on Friday night, and so we have the check back, we have the saddle back, and so they will be competing for that extra money. So we're really excited to bring that back. That was one of the, I think, highlights of last year's Stampede of Speed, was seeing those people battle it out on that saddle. This year, the saddle is a little bit more secure. We heard last year the saddle they were kind of spinning around and almost fell off. So we have a very secure, safe saddle, and we are excited to bring that back this year. So
tremendous.
Or we can bring Alex Laughlin's horse that he adopted.
Hey.
We can put the saddle on Pelican, which is a horse he adopted out of the field that was starving. And maybe we could set all the low qualifiers on it. Maybe it'll be Alex Laughlin too, sitting on his own.
There you go.
Horse.
I know. Hey, give them an experience. Some of these guys probably have never been on a horse, so that would be a great experience.
Yeah.
A true Texas experience.
Right off, so I'm not a horse guy. But, Laughlin, actually, he's bringing his car that he's been running No Prep Kings with there also. And Bubba Stanton's trying to come. He had a big grudge race last year with Stevie Fast Jackson, and we're hoping to race for him. But I think everybody's scared of Bubba this year, so we're trying to find him a big race. We'll keep working though. You never know. The next few weeks are going to be wild. We've got people calling wanting to come to the Monday night show, and the more people we get out there, the more people will entice to come to the national event. So we're excited. Bring a camper. Stay the week.
Yes.
Exactly.
Don't
That's
leave.
it. Okay,
That's
so
a great point.
go ahead, Christy. Tell
I was
that.
just going to say that is a great point, because we have the back 40 campground, and it is open the full 10 days. So you can come for the full 10 days. You can drop your camper off and leave it. Come to the first weekend, go back and work, come back and your camper is ready for you. It's full security in the gates, all 24/7 security. So it's safe with us. So we encourage people to come and stay. I would prefer the whole 10 days so you can get the entire experience. But we have plenty of opportunity for camping for our fans.
Amazing. All right, guys, I'm going to put the link up there in the chat section one more time. We'll end off with Palmer, and then we'll let you go, Scott, because you got to get to Charlotte, right? We're all heading to Charlotte. Final thought on this. Entice the fans. They're going to be sharing this thing around for the next few days. Why should they come to the Stampede of Speed from wherever they are outside of the state of Texas?
We're going to have the biggest grudge races in the country. We've got, we're checking the date on a couple of the No Prep King guys to come out. If the date is not too soon, we've got some that'll come out and test and make some runs. We've got myself and Jeff Deal. That's also a burnout contest too, and I promise you I'm winning that. Ain't nobody beating me in the burnout contest. We're going to have a burnout contest. We've got some of the wildest cars that you won't see at an NHRA race, but we also have some NHRA cars that will be there to promote the NHRA race. And, mainly our deal, I tell everyone, I've always been a little bit push the envelope with the rules a little bit on everything. And finally, that craziness has come back, and we need it in our sport to promote it. So now we're just promoting anything we can to help our sport, which is drag racing. The Motorplex is the first big racetrack I ever went to in my life, 1990. And when I pulled in the gate, I thought it was Field of Dreams to me. And now I'm putting on a show there. I mean, with working with Christie and Billy and all these people there, I mean, it's insane to me to be in this position.
Well, that's so exciting to hear for me, because I agree, Scott. I agree. I went to Gainesville Raceway. I was a kid. And look, still here, right? Christy, born into it. And you probably had a choice to escape at some point, Christy.
I did. I was a teacher, but it didn't last very long. So
hey, you're still a teacher. You're still doing a lot.
That's right. That's right. But I joined the family business pretty quickly after college, so I wouldn't change a thing.
Excellent. All right, Scott, we're going to let you get back on the road. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Scott.
Can't wait to see you in Charlotte and ultimately at the Stampede of Speed.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see everybody there. Bring your first. Stay the week. We'll be there the whole week, and I guarantee you the entertainment never ends.
Never ends. I love it. Okay, there you go, Scott Palmer. And culminating with the Fall Nationals, final round Sunday, Top Fuel, Funny Car, Pro Stock Motorcycle, a race that is really a linchpin. It's a turning point in the championship. If you are not in the conversation by that point, you're not going to be in the conversation.
That's so true. And Sunday is just such a fun day for us. We have exciting opportunities for the fans that morning. Opening ceremonies. We have a track walk, and you get to come down, and it's with Greg Anderson this year. So they get to walk with Greg and myself, and Joe, you are usually on the track walk with us. And I love that. We also have one more announcement we're also bringing in Jack Beckman as an announcer for the weekend of the Fall Nationals. So that's something super exciting. He'll be in the booth with Alan Reinhart. And so we're really excited to bring Jack back and have him just announce from his experience as a driver, So we're more than thrilled about that. And Sunday we have the stage like last year for opening ceremonies and driver introductions. We love to have them face off. We have the cowboy hats in the winner's circle. We have, just some exciting things Sunday. It's going to be a busy day of racing, quick day, but, just a huge celebration of NHRA Drag Racing and the Countdown in Texas. And, those drivers love getting that coveted cowboy hat at the end of the day. So it's a fun day.
one of the favorite extras out there on the tour. I know that for a fact. Getting a cowboy hat from the Texas Motorplex changes your life. Getting your name in that walk of fame. They all know where it is. They go find it. They look at it. They take a photo. A facility that has been on the cutting edge for so many years. And let's remind everybody that it is all new, refurbished, the suites, the media center. There are so many things. I'll be trying to do some WFO stuff from this event for all my listeners out there. The Texas Motorplex has really come into the 21st century in a big, big way. Christy, thank you for joining us here on the show. I think we have sufficiently hyped the Stampede of Speed.
And we can't thank you enough for having us, Joe. And also thank you for coming to be the voice of the Stampede for us. We can't wait to work with you that whole 10 days. Hopefully you don't get too tired of us, but we are so thrilled to have you and to be a partner with you in this endeavor. So I think you guys please come to this Stampede of Speed and enjoy some Texas hospitality.
Oh, we are going to love it. No, thank you for, inviting me to do so. And my whole thing is to promote and grow drag racing. And grow drag racing. We love it. What's wrong with us? No, we're not crazy. No. This is a really good thing. And when you guys announced this, the Stampede of Speed, to be able to help in any way, it's an honor. So thank you, Christy. And I appreciate you. And I'll see you in a few weeks.
Sounds good. Thanks, Joe.
Take care. There she goes. Christy Meyer Johnson, president, co-owner, Texas Motorplex, the Stampede of Speed. All right. Everybody wants to know about the QR code. I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to cover my mug and give you the QR code on the screen. If you're watching this on your mobile device, don't worry. I'll put the link in the chat section. But the bottom line is all you got to do is scan this, and it's going to give you a form. You fill out the form, and with the form, you're going to get 4 tickets. It's not registering to win. That's not what it is. You get free tickets the 10th through the 14th. Funny Car Chaos is its own thing. You'd have to pay if you want to get into the Champions Dinner, but gift you in for several days of this event to go check out some things and go hang out and be a part of it. And that's why I am so excited. Not to mention, you've got the concerts, Stars Over Texas. Brett Young, 7 out of 7 of his songs that have been out are number ones. That's amazing. There's going to be a beer expo. I'm going big on that. A barbecue shootout, all kinds of live music, the Lantern release, all going on at the Texas Motorplex. Of course, when we get there, Funny Car Chaos, the Fan Fest. You're not going to want to miss this one because it's going to be tremendous in downtown Waxahachie, who declared by edict Motorsports Week in Waxahachie. The Champions Dinner. This costs extra, but it's worth it. One-on-one time with Caps, Matt Smith, Justin Ashley, and Greg Anderson, who just won his 100th NHRA event. We'll have a party in the pits after one of the events. It's just going to be awesome. And, maybe you'll see Marvin Rodak there, who, how about Palmer is like, if you don't like Marvin Rodak, there's something wrong with you. And it's so true. I talk about Marvin and his coffee on WFO on a regular basis. All right. So put a couple comments in the comment section, guys. We want to get you out to the Stampede of Speed. I am going to place the link in the chat section one more time. I know I'm spamming. No, this whole broadcast is an advertisement in case you didn't figure that one out. The whole broadcast is a WFO exclusive advertisement for the Stampede of Speed. I'll be the voice. The Beckman thing. I can't tell you how many people pull me aside and say, Joe, Jack Beckman. And I say, who are you telling? Of course, I love Jack Beckman. Jack Beckman and I, over the many, many years, have done hundreds of hours of conversation on WFO. And this guy is going to get pulled back into the sport of drag racing. He's going to be in the booth with Reinhart. Beckman is going to be back in drag racing. And thanks to the folks at the Texas Motorplex for doing that. So the link is back up in the chat section. I encourage you guys to share this show, retweet this show to help drag racing, to help the Texas Motorplex. We talk about racing facilities, saving them, having them flourish, what they should do, how they should do it. Come up with ideas. Well, here you go. You've got one that has done it, and they've involved local government, and they've local communities. And now how are we going to reward them? By sharing the show, by spreading it out there on YouTube, by commenting in the chat section so the YouTube algorithm goes crazy. All that stuff. All right, let's get the final comments in the comment section. Let's see. Yes. Oh, no, this one. Starting with this one. You should put the low qualifier saddle on a mechanical bull to liven it up a little. I can't say that that's a bad idea at all. I kind of like that a whole lot. The mechanical bull in slow motion deal. Mikey, can we convince Stevie and Lyle to grudge race? Work on that, Scott. Maybe that would be great. Lyle and Stevie. I don't think it would take too much to be a part of it. Love Jack. Wish he would find a ride. Well, this is where it starts, right? Like Jack shows up at the track and has a couple of conversations. Wait, there's more? This is going to be good. Stampede of Speed. Absolutely. Texas is the bestest. Amazing event. Well, it really is. This is going to be and has to be considered one of the greatest single events in the history of drag racing. Period. Bar none. The Stampede of Speed. Join us. Go to it. Sounds like you're going to have a great time. Bobby Graham is super high. Mike Firebird is out there. He's Firebird. Oh, I will be. Been the last 8 or 9 years, never disappointed. Talking about the Texas Motorplex. And I totally agree. I want to see Joe on a horse. Okay, I love horses. I love horses. My opportunities to get on horses as a South Floridian are extremely limited. But I would completely get on a horse. I was on a horse in Mexico once. I love being on a horse. I like, betting on the horses. Also, that is kind of a fun time. So somebody's got a horse that they can get me on safely. I'm down. Let's do it. Marvin, Bobby, we need a clever group name. Yeah, everybody hanging out, the WFO group. Do you know if there's going to be any live feed for Monday and Tuesday, Joe? The answer is, I don't know. I don't think so. And also, you got to go. Get on a plane, get a hotel, be a part of this historic event. Jolie Stanfield out there. We will take you one night to eat some Mexican food. Thank you very much, Jolie. The answer is yes, thank you very much. I will go hang out with the Stanfield family. Thanks, Joe, says Gary. Look at all these people for our infomercial. Great show today. Lots of information, what's going on, many, many things. How great was Christy? And as she has emerged as the face of the Texas Motorplex, I don't think there's a person with more passion for drag racing. And that's why it's so special what's happening. Second generation, everyone knows Billy, but Christy Meyer Johnson taking over the role, putting on her spin on the deal and going beyond what we've seen before. Amazing. Scott, my favorite part of Ignition is when Gio said, "Where the hell am I?" while reading fantasy results. Yes, the archives are loaded, guys. We've had a big week on WFO. We're headed to Charlotte. Josh Hart, the defending race winner, out there. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Share this thing, though. We need a Jack back in a seat. We really do. We really do. Going to be a great time, says Walt. I agree. Beckman and TJ should both have rides. You're preaching to the choir here, gentlemen. Joe Castello wants to see more funny car racers. You like how I use myself in the third person? But the big thing that we got out of all of this is that Christy likes when I say fire. That's really the only thing that I locked in on. Christy Meyer Johnson likes when I say fire. And there's going to be plenty of jet cars. And yes, there is a shirt now available. There is a shirt. It's in our TeePublic store. I want to keep all the focus on Stampede of Speed, so I'm not going to put any other links up in the chat section for this show. But if you go back to our show from the Pep Boys Nationals results with Alan Reinhart, you see all those interviews with Erica. The Joey Gladstone interview is great. Robert Height, Austin Frock, or go to WFOradio.com. You can find all of our links to our self-aggrandizing, self-gratuitous promotion, right? But yeah, we got t-shirts now. And there are people around the country screaming out, fire! It makes me proud in a weird way. Like, something I've done will last. People will be saying, kids will be saying fire for a reason that they don't even know where their parents got it as it spreads through the culture. Oh, man. Super excited. All right, guys. Yeah, go check out the show from earlier in the week in the WFO Radio archive and subscribe to our podcast. Maybe you don't even know about this show. We're on the Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube, WFO Radio TV. You can subscribe, click the bell right down there. But most importantly, share the show. Let's make sure we pack the house for the Stampede of Speed. Thanks to Christy. There's the QR code one last time. You scan it. All right, guys. We'll see ya in Charlotte. We'll see you in St. Louis, and then we'll see you at the Stampede of Speed. WFO.